Welcome to my Christmas song. I'd like to thank you for the year.
Down in Koala Creek, it's been like Christmas Day every day since these beautiful koalas arrived here 5 years ago.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Hello. He's special.
Not least because not long after they arrived, Hazel and Monty were both born here, part of a crucial international breeding programme. And as you can see, you're growing up fast, aren't you?
You are. And of course, over the summer, Dennis put on the Barry White and got amorous with some of the ladies here. So the keepers are hoping for the pitter-patter of tiny Joeys sometime in the new year.
That would be amazing. I mean, the best Christmas present. But there's been a whole sleigh full of early Christmas presents just in time for the festivities here at the park.
Presents?
Oh, my goodness.
Have you got for the koalas?
How many would you want? What do you get, koala?
A barbecue? In the run-up to Christmas, there's been the pitter-patter of lots of tiny feet, paws and claws, giving the keepers a huge job to make sure they're healthy in time for winter.
This year, Christmas has come early because we've had, obviously, so many newborns. The 4 tiger cubs are obviously my favourite.
With the birth of so many rare, endangered baby animals, the park has really brought joy to the world.
It's pretty amazing and pretty special with the amount of new arrivals that we've had on section.
It's no wonder the true spirit of Christmas is spreading across the park.
So this year has been very magical. Everything has worked out really lovely.
And no one has more reason to be joyful than Ryan, the park's animal registrar, who's got the enviable task of recording all the babies, both great and small.
This year we've had some bumper births of some really rare species that we're super proud of. We've had a couple of baby sea lions, we've had a secretary bird chick for the first time in a couple of years, we've had fennec fox pups, a couple of potteroo joeys as well, not to forget. We've had a baby dick, which is very, very exciting because that's another first for us. 4 female tiger cubs, which was just incredible.
It's now the cold season, so to ensure it doesn't threaten the lives of these wonderful new arrivals, Ryan has a really important job to do.
Today's a little bit of a call the midwife moment where I'm going to go and check in on all these little animals that we've had born this year to make sure they're doing well in their first winter. We're going to be keeping a list. I'll be checking it twice.
The keepers collect a huge amount of data about all their animals to ensure they're healthy, including keeper Jodie at Half Mile Lake.
I'm going to catch up with our 2 sea lion pups with Jodie, and I'm really, really excited to see just how big they are because I've not seen them in several weeks. Hi, Jodie.
They're just having a snooze on the pier right now.
Okay, which one's which?
So we've got Rocky over on the left, Bruno down at the front on the right. So they're 4 months old now. They've got all the chunky little rolls, you just want to squidge them.
At birth, sea lion babies tip the scales at a very healthy 7.2 kilograms on average, with all that blubber keeping them warm.
So how's the whole sea lion family getting on coming into their first Christmas?
Yeah, they're doing really well. They do still drink quite a lot of mum's milk, and it is quite fatty, so they do spend a lot of time sleeping. Bruno is definitely quite lazy, like he will sleep quite a lot. He's always kind of like led across the pier, whereas Rocky is a bit more kind of curious and will swim around. It's always nice to have babies this time of year. They're a handful, and we love them.
So, starting on our list then, how have they been doing with their swimming?
Yeah, really well. They're exploring so much more of the lake now. They're going further and further each day. They're with their brother Baxter now as well, so like a little squad of 3 now. And yeah, he's taking them around, showing them the ropes.
I've got down here vocalising well. Are they noisy?
I mean, I think we would worry if a sea lion wasn't loud.
Which one's the noisier of the 2?
Definitely Rocky.
Rocky. Do you anticipate the boys behaving themselves on Christmas Day?
As long as we feed them, give them their little Christmas dinner of fish, they'll have full bellies and then just fall asleep on the pier.
Thank you.
The sea lions might be top of the list for now, but there's going to be plenty of competition.
Obviously, with them being newborns and settling in, the keepers tend to not disturb them as much as possible. So this is actually, for some of the animals, it's going to be my first chance of actually getting a glimpse of them.
With news of Ryan's vital work spreading across the park, all the keepers want to make sure that their animals will be on top form for his visit. Over in Monkey Temple, Keeper Abby is taking good care of her own tiny tropical arrival.
We have had the birth of our first ever cotton-top tamarin, and it is very, very special because they are critically endangered. So it was the best Christmas surprise that I could have ever asked for.
With only 2,000 left in the wild, Mother Maxie and doting Father Rico are crucial in the fight to save the species.
So Mum obviously gave birth, and then Dad came straight over to her and took it from her. Because they are so small, it takes up a lot of energy to carry them because they need to be carried 24/7 to start with. So Dad mainly carries it. Dad's got his hands full at the moment, but hopefully it will just get easier from here. So we have named him Gizmo. It means like curious and inquisitive, so I think it was a perfect name for him.
But with so few of his species left in the wild, will Gizmo pass Ryan's checklist later? And Nadia has another newborn that will also need a check-in from Ryan.
I may have put these on just to make sure that we were in keeping with the enclosure, because we are very, very proud to announce that we have a new arrival in baby Maple, our little Dick calf. This is one of the best Christmas presents ever. We are so excited. I'm actually here this year on Christmas Day, so I get to give Maple their Christmas dinner.
Despite already being very dear to everyone's hearts, a Dick is in fact one of the world's smallest antelopes.
Some little Dick horns are just coming through now, so we've spotted that he is a male. Maple has been named because he's eaten lots of the branching and leaves that are in the enclosure. And he's in here with his mum, Daenerys. She is often seen grooming the calf. It's got a nice little quiff, just like Mum's, so I think she likes to groom it into that position. Maple does look a little bit like a reindeer. He would love to be at the front of Santa's sleigh, but he is a little bit small.
It sounds like Maple's doing well, but will he pass Ryan's important tests? We'll join him on his rounds later.
Christmas is the season of giving, but in the park, it's not just Santa who has a heavy load.
So we have got a very important delivery. I mean, Christmas is exciting even when you're old like us. But when we were kids, it was amazing.
Especially that day when the Christmas tree arrived.
I know. So we are out in the tiger enclosure. Kaylee, we have got the tree.
I'm very excited about this.
What have you got here?
Santa's sack has mysteriously appeared.
Amazing.
And it looks like he's delivered some lovely hose presents for the cubs.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Beautifully created these with the bows and things.
Yeah, they're very arty.
Where do you want the tree?
Okay, I think tree needs to go next to Santa's sack down there, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's it. There we are. Is it a bit wobbly?
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
There you are, we're good.
Trees are much more than decoration to forest-dwelling Amur tigers who keep their claws sharp by scratching the bark. Together with the indestructible fireman hose gifts, this is the perfect festive enrichment for these rapidly growing newborn cubs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at them bounding.
Oh, look at them.
Oh,
Mum leading the
my
way.
goodness me.
Oh.
I want to get out and play with them.
I know they are. It's tempting. It's very tempting.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Ben, we haven't seen them since they were
They were like this?
tiny, and look at them.
I know.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Now, Jana's gone straight in for Santa's sack.
Yep, great. She wants to see if there's anything else in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Santa's sack might be empty, but Jana's 4 healthy cubs are a real gift to the species, as there's only an estimated 450 Amur tigers left in the wild.
So Jana's dragged everything away.
Typically, yeah. I guess it's quite like prey, isn't it? There's a lot of resistance to it.
Yeah.
It's really heavy.
They've grabbed the presents and dashed.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can move the vehicle to get a better look at them?
Yeah, I
Is
think
that
we're gonna,
all right?
We're
Okay.
going to need to follow, I think.
Let's go.
Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Jana is looking so pleased with herself.
She is.
She's still holding it.
She is.
And all the cubs are sort of standing there going,
look.
what's she got? What's she got?
So a couple
who
of...
have we got right by Jana? Look at that.
Oh, yeah, really sweet. So Dora and Ginger Biscuit are particularly mummy's girls. And then you've got Heidi and Sika on the other side, probably quite independent, pulling on the strings, seeing what they can...
Look at them, they're both having a good old pull to see what's going on there.
That's right. What's interesting is the actual sack itself is really heavy.
Yeah.
So mum's having to do most of the work, but the cubs are learning from her that where they can do their bit, they'll try and do something.
Wild Amur tiger cubs will stay living with their mum for at least 2 years, while she teaches them all the skills they need to survive as solitary adults.
The cubs are now 6 months old.
Yes.
Are they sort of showing more signs of independence, or are they still very much looking to mum?
There's a bit of independence, but there's also a bit of sort of, they're always going to be mummy's girls.
Just seeing those youngsters out there all playing with those presents, the gifts, is just joyous, isn't it?
It is.
I can't tell if she's trying to pull it away from them, saying, get away from the sack.
Tugging on each end like a Christmas cracker is the ideal way for the cubs to start learning how to hunt.
I think she wants it for herself, but she's been quite generous in letting them join in as well.
Look, they're all playing tug of war with it now.
Oh, they're just having the best time. Oh, well, Kaylee, what a fantastic way to celebrate this festive season with possibly the most exciting family in the park. Do you think we're allowed to have favourites?
I think we are.
This year, I think we are, aren't we? They're amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Over the years, the cheetah have pulled at our heartstrings, like the time miracle Xena was born and hand-reared. Or the time that long-lost lovers Carl and Wilma were reunited just in time for their very own Christmas romance.
They're wandering off
I know.
into the sunset together.
Aww. This year, the keepers are hoping for another Christmas romance, as Xena and Rachel are slowly matched with 3 new boys. Over in the park, Megan's headed off to find out how things are hotting up.
In Cheetah Kingdom, conservationist Megan is helping keeper Caleb create a place that animals can lay down their sweet heads.
As winter sets in and the temperature drops, it's so important that animals in the park are kept nice, warm and cosy, which is why I'm down with Caleb to help out with the cheetahs today.
Hello.
Hi. What have we got going on?
So this is one of their outdoor shelters, and we just want to replenish the straw because they absolutely love it. So we're just going to take out the little bit of damp on the top and put some fresh straw back in.
Okay, great.
With any luck, privacy might be just what's needed. Earlier this year, the park welcomed young hunk Lunis and his 2 brothers to the Cheetah Kingdom.
Look at that, all 3 of them.
Yeah, that's Lunis. He's the quietest of the boys, I would say.
They're part of a vital breeding program.
They're actually the most endangered big cat in Africa. So we need these boys and our girls to get along, because then we can hopefully keep that gene pool alive and give these guys a fighting chance.
Today, Megan and Caleb are hoping to give Lunis a cosy place to snuggle up and hopefully start a Christmas romance with female Rachel.
As the rain's starting to come down, I'm quite keen to get on in here.
Yes.
Right. Okay, in I go.
Our cheetahs seem to prefer to stay dry if they can and to stay warm if they can.
Yeah, you can see where they've been lying, and it's got that kind of iconic cheetah scent, which is, well, their urine, isn't
Yes,
it?
very strong ammonia.
Yes.
It's not exactly a fancy bottle of Christmas smellies, but female cheetahs like Rachel use wee to attract males.
The thing that cats like to do most with fresh straw is actually wee in it. Even though we'll change the bed, they'll probably spray it.
And a female can tell how suitable a mate the male is by the scent of his urine.
Test. Oh, this is good.
Megan's happy.
Looks good.
Should we let them out?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, let's go.
But what will Rachel make of the new romantic Christmas cabin?
Here she comes.
There we go. It's great seeing her walking out so slinky.
Yeah. Yeah, they always come out scanning, making sure that it's safe, and then hopefully she'll settle down.
She probably knows that something's happened.
She doesn't realise there's a male with her. Yeah, this is Lunis.
Oh, wow.
So he's just been let out behind her. He's very excited to be out with Rachel, you can see that, and but he's very respectful. She obviously just looked at him, there was no animosity, so really positive.
So chilled with each other.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Caleb and Megan want to see if they can get a closer look at any blossoming romance.
That shelter does look good from here.
It looks really good, doesn't it? Although Lunis is making headway for the complete opposite direction.
The journey to true love is never smooth, especially with cheetahs.
It's quite interesting because last time we caught up with the cheetahs, it was Lunis and Xena together, but this is a very different pairing. We've got now Rachel.
Yes, so both the girls like Lunis the most. I think they like his calm temperament. That's the one that they like to curl up with.
Who doesn't like the strong, silent type?
Considering the fact they are on opposite ends of this area right now, that's not actually a bad thing, is it?
No, you know, she's completely comfortable. We believe she's coming into season. That bed should hopefully give them somewhere nice and warm to curl up together. The ultimate Christmas present would be cheetah cubs, especially Rachel's cheetah cubs. Being so dark, I think her cubs would be amazing. So, yeah, the dream is cheetah cubs for Christmas.
It's been a bumper year for births at Longleat. But alongside the festive cheer, the cold season also brings challenges, as our very own Christmas midwife Ryan knows all too well.
So all of the babies that have been born this year, this is their first winter. It's their first experience of, you know, cold and horrible weather. So it's really important to make sure that they are fighting fit for the cold.
The babies at the park are from some of the rarest species on the planet. So Registrar Ryan isn't taking any chances. Today, he's carrying out essential postnatal checks.
The things we're sort of checking for, you want to make sure that they've got nice, good body condition, that they're nice and active, that they're eating well.
There's no time for push bikes on Registrar Ryan's rounds. He's whizzing straight over to Monkey Temple to meet Keeper Abby.
She has a very rare, critically endangered cotton-top tamarin baby, our first we've ever had here, and I'm really excited to meet the guy for the first time. So going into the winter, we just want to make sure that he's a nice weight.
So just to make sure that they're, you know, consuming enough food to keep them warm.
For tropical tamarins, the cold is a real concern. But getting the baby's weight is no easy task, as parents physically carry their young for at least 3 months.
So it could be quite interesting today to see if we can weigh the tamarin, but we have never done it with just the baby before. But we shall see how it goes.
He's coming. He's sweet, isn't he?
No one wants to get on the scales at Christmas, so the team are offering tempting treats, which have attracted Dad Rico.
He's just stolen that. Oh, baby's interested. Naughty list for Rico.
Cotton-top tamarins have a varied diet of fruit, insects, eggs, and even small vertebrates.
Look at you, little one. Baby's just waiting in the wings to steal whatever reward Dad gets.
Literally.
Very crafty. Oh, here we go.
That is cheating. Shall we try it up here? Oh, hi, Mum.
I reckon he'll go on the platform, you know. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. 210 grams.
That's got to put him firmly on the good list. He's tipped the scales at 5 times his birth weight.
His tail was slightly cool.
It was
but
slightly
for a first attempt, solo on the weighing scales, that was amazing.
Yeah, that looked pretty good to me.
Good for winter, that's for sure. I'll have to get on and see the next one now, I think. Lots of babies to see.
It's great news for the cotton-top tamarins. But as winter fast approaches, can Ryan complete his Christmas list in time?
Bringing families together for the festivities can either be the most heartwarming, joyful event, or it can end up like an EastEnders Christmas special. No pressure, Megan and Hamza. This Christmas, Megan and Hamza are working together to bring some festive joy to the park. Today, they're with the park's conspiracy of lemurs, and our festive pair are investigating their favourite treats. It's a bit of a competition, but it'll provide really useful information for the keepers. Hamza's using all his animal knowledge from years of filming wildlife and has decorated his tree with a Christmas dinner classic.
I have gone for the carrot. This is going to be my tree. Megan, what have you chosen?
Well, I've gone for sweet potato all day, every day. It's sugary, it's a good nutritious treat. If I know anything about lemurs.
And with Megan's years as a zookeeper, she should.
You got a crunch though. There's a bit of texture. Come on.
So sweet potato, it's softer for their gums.
Oh, okay, I see your point.
Hang on, Megan. Is that cranberry sauce on the sweet potato? Questionable tactics here.
Release the lemurs.
Release the lemurs.
Whilst Megan looks out for which tree is most popular, Hamza's using his zoom lens to see what behaviours he can identify. Originally from Madagascar, lemurs are matriarchal, with one dominant female calling the shots. And as Hamza has spotted, young Watson's dared to sneak under the wire.
Watson's definitely made the most of this first, isn't he? Because he's well aware that the girls are distracted.
1-0 to Hamza.
Oh, hang on a minute, I have a lemur in my tree too.
1-1, as Hamza's footage is proving these spiky trees aren't any bother thanks to their ridged, leathery palms.
But naturally, they would climb on trees that have massive, great big thorns on them, and these guys are able to climb on them and get their hands right in between the thorns and still grab hold of the core part of the tree so they can climb up and down. These guys, with their back feet, it's more akin to a hand than it is a foot. So they've got a lot more range of movement in that big back toe, so they are very good natural climbers.
Got 2 lemurs on the naughty tree, 2 lemurs on the nice tree, and 1 in the middle.
At 2-2, there's everything to play for.
But you can see what they're going for. Some of them are just bending down a little branch, having a sniff, going, no, I don't like that. And you see them kind of move their hand. Some of them are really tucking into a sweet potato, I must add, not a carrot. And you see them just...
Because in the wild, of course, when they'd be going to pick fruit, they would weigh it, wouldn't they, by the feel in their hands. And if it wasn't quite ripe enough, it didn't have that same weight, they'd just drop it, not going to waste energy on trying to eat it.
In the wild, lemurs mainly eat fruits, leaves, bark and nuts.
Now, Tom, your expert opinion, is it 3-2 to Megan or 3-2 to me?
I hasten to say it, but there is more lemurs on this right-hand tree at the minute, and they have been more interested.
You know what? I don't mind admitting defeat every now and then.
Just for this one.
Just for this one.
That's 3-2 to Megan, and in the spirit of Christmas, no penalties for the sneaky cranberry sauce. There can't be anything more heartwarming than the birth of a new baby, and it's even more joyous when it's completely unexpected. And that's precisely what's happened in the park 4 years ago. Some of Jungle Kingdom's most popular residents are the aardvarks, sisters Frankie and Nacho, and their young male companion, Benny.
Hello.
And at Christmas, they've given keepers Kat and Georgia a surprise to end all surprises.
You'll notice that we're missing Frankie, and that is because Frankie gave birth to a little baby.
Yes, just in time for Christmas, there's a baby aardvark in the Animal Park manger. It's one of only 2 born in the UK in 2020 and a first for the park. But after just 1 week, the keepers are growing increasingly concerned with their precious newborn. Mum Frankie seems to be struggling with her new role as a mum.
Frankie's a bit on and off as a mum, really. Unfortunately, she's not very good at producing her own milk at the moment. It does happen quite often with first-time mums, so we have to kind of assist the baby a little bit because mum's not really given enough milk to it.
The cub is only a week old, and the lack of nourishment is having an impact on its development.
So little one weighs 1.4 kilos. They're usually born between 1.3 to 1.5. So we're smack bang in the middle at the moment, but he is 7 days old. So we should have put on quite a considerable amount of weight by now. Unfortunately, if he doesn't continue to gain weight, if he's not getting any milk, the only way really is just going to go downhill. He's not going to survive it.
Determined to do whatever they can, the keepers decide to bottle feed the baby aardvark day and night.
We have to get this little one eating. We have to get enough weight on it. Right now, at a week old, it should actually be double the weight. It actually is. The elation of this little miracle, to then thinking that we're at battle stations.
With the care and the attention that the whole team is giving her, she will hopefully get there in the end.
We can but try. We can only do the best for the animal, and that's the most important thing.
It's 6:45, just got home. Little one decided to wake up, run around for a wee, and he's got back to sleep now.
Getting up at 5-6 times of an evening and trying to get him onto the bottle was probably the most difficult part.
But the cub is still desperately underweight, and the team are really worried.
If he doesn't continue putting on weight with the supplement feeding, I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but there would be a possibility of losing him.
The last thing we need is for him not to make it, and he's our little ray of sunshine in the whole of 2020.
And the responsibility of caring for this beautiful aardvark is a heavy one.
Find it incredible. That bond that is developed is just, I can't even describe it. It makes me want to cry. It's a really special. Yeah. It's a really special bond, and I think that's why you want him to be okay.
All Kat and Georgia can do now is keep doing what they're doing and pray for a Christmas miracle.
Earlier, we gave the tiger cubs some playful presents, and they loved them. Now it's Hamza's turn with the rhinos, and it will give him a chance to use his zoom lens to film a record for the keepers of how they're taking care of their horns.
It's the festive period, and I have come to the rhino house to give them a massive present. Hello, Eloise.
Hello, Hamza, you're right.
Permission to put this down?
Yes, please.
What have you got here?
So, we have got a nice festive treat for our rhinos.
Yes.
We have brought in a really big, gnarly tree stump. They've already excavated some of the soil out because we gave them it a couple of days ago, but we're going to refill it with all this sawdust and this tree so it smells a little bit different again.
Lovely.
And hopefully they're going to come out and give it a bit more excavation and throw it around.
This will be like mince meat for the rhinos, which weigh in at around 3 tons each and are reckoned to be strong enough to pull over a ton.
I can see you've got a few more bits of sawdust left.
With some more sawdust.
Fantastic,
just to
okay.
give an extra little bit of Christmas spirit.
And where's that? Just anywhere?
Anywhere, yeah.
Just like snow?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And I presume this is a great enrichment for them as well?
Yeah, definitely. It'll be new smells. It'll be something not that they can't really see very well, so they'll definitely smell the new tree. They'll smell the sawdust, and they'll be like, "What is that?"
Is this something that they would do in the wild?
So they will 100% go over to tree stumps and things like that just to shake their horns, clean off any excess skin off of their body, which is sort of a little bit gnarly looking.
Fantastic. A great exfoliator.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think?
Perfect. Let's let them out, shall we?
Come on then.
Come on, Aboon. Where is my hay? It is normally here.
Here she comes.
Good girl.
Wow.
Well done, Boons.
So who have we got coming out behind a Boone now?
So
who's the first one out?
Rosina's first, and then Marashi's behind her. So the easiest way to tell those two girls apart is from their horns.
Yep.
Because Rosina's got a really thin, short horn, whereas Marashi's is a lot longer.
This is ace. This is so wonderful to see.
I knew she liked the smell of the tree.
She's really sniffing it.
Yeah.
As Hamza's close-up shots are showing, rhinos have a supersized sense of smell, able to detect whiffs from 1/4 of a mile away.
Excavating now as well.
Horns are very handy for digging.
Now we're talking
There's my
big
little
girl
Christmas
of
miracle,
Boone.
getting some love from a Boone.
And his footage is confirming that the digging is the perfect manicure, keeping the horns nice and trim, which, just like our nails, are made of keratin.
Good girl. You've got Rosina here having a little rub, so you can see how they'll use these instruments as well to like scratch.
Yes.
So they haven't got opposable thumbs and moving fingers like we do, so they've got to find different instruments to be able to give themselves those scratches and those itches.
Yeah.
So that's why these tree stumps, the presents, the tree itself is really good. You can see that Rosina's getting a really
Yes.
nice scratch there.
Yeah.
Just getting that nice itching that spot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wonderful. They are so beautiful. Thank you so much, Eloise. I really hope they enjoy their presents that we left them.
And Hamza's footage will be a great resource for the keeper's records.
Merry Christmas, rhinos.
Happy holidays.
Back with Willow the aardvark, and 2 weeks later, it's time for a crucial weigh-in. Kat and Georgia are looking for a good number on the scales.
So he's lost 20 grams overnight. Obviously, he weighed quite a lot, didn't he, overnight? Yeah. And he's had 116 today. So hopefully 40 grams maybe would be nice.
Are you peeping? Hello? Hello? Oh, you're so... Are you peeping?
Stay asleep. Oh my god, I jinxed it. That's so good.
That's amazing.
I did not expect that. That's 100 grams.
Oh my god.
Just keep doing that every day and then we'll be on to a winner. That's like our biggest increase in a day in the entire time that we've had him.
We got 100 grams. It's just insane. I just didn't, George said, let's do 1.9. And then it was like 1.92. And I was like, that's amazing.
Have you made your Christmas present list yet?
I have. Have you made yours?
I have.
What's on it?
Top of the list.
Yeah.
Please, can I have a baby aardvark?
That's on the top of my list. I mean, how cute was little Willow?
I know, and it was a proper wonderful Christmas miracle, wasn't it? And Kat and Georgia did such an incredible job to hand rear that beautiful little creature.
I remember really being overwhelmed.
I mean, you were ready to trade in a Labrador for one. I mean, that would never happen.
I really hope my dog is not watching this right now.
I know, sorry, Storm. Happy Christmas.
Thanks to all the keepers' love and hard work that Christmas, Willow continued to grow and grow. According to the park's animal registrar, Ryan, Willow's now moved to a new collection in the Netherlands and is doing really well.
And with over 500 animals in the park, Ryan's work is never done.
So my role as the animal registrar here for the park is a really important one. What I do is I collect information that we gather about our animals and I can feed back that information to the breeding program managers. So all of the babies that we've had born this year are all part of international breeding programs and they're all really vital for the continued success of their species. Hopefully in the future they're all going to get matched up with the perfect match in the whole population and go off and have babies themselves.
The park is a leader in conservation breeding programs. But with 54 new babies just this year, Ryan's going to have to go faster than Santa's reindeer.
It's going to be really hard for me to squeeze them all onto my rounds today. So some of the keepers are collating that information for me. I've given them little clipboards and they're just going to report back.
The first of Ryan's little helpers is keeper Nadia, who's hoping that her antlers will help her get closer to the very shy baby Dik-Dik.
So the first on the list is feeding well. Maple is feeding very well at the moment, so we can tick that. The next is the horn development, and that's going really, really well as well. His horns are coming through really nicely, so that's another tick for us. His eyes are looking really bright and he's doing really, really well with those. He's looking nice and healthy, so another big tick. And he's growing really, really well at the moment, so I think we're very happy with his body condition score. So all of this is looking really good, so I better get this back to Ryan.
Now Registrar Ryan is hoping to pull something out of the bag as he's going in search of a mini marsupial.
So we've had a lot of joy over the last few years with our koala joeys, but this Christmas we're excited about the little guys that are hopping around underneath them.
The species that's got Ryan feeling merry and bright is keeper Chris's long-nosed potoroos.
So which one is this one? Because this one's one
That's
of
the smallest one, that's the youngest one, so that's Fern.
Fern, okay.
Yeah.
What have you decided to call the young male?
Well, that's quite a funny one. Big Nige.
Big Nige,
Big
okay.
Nige.
It's a lot to live up to. Fully grown, Big Nige will only weigh around 1.5 kilos. I've made bigger Christmas cakes.
Is this Big Nige?
Yes, yes.
Right on cue.
Yeah. He's eating everything. He's eating mushrooms, waxworms, mealworms, eggs.
They're completely feeding on their own?
Yeah, absolutely. About 2 or 3 months ago,
okay.
They completely weaned. They're like teenagers now.
Yeah.
Maybe in human terms, 18, 20-year-olds.
Okay, so they're ready to move out and leave.
Definitely ready to move home, and yeah, I think Mum's had enough as well.
Family disagreements are common at Christmas, but this one won't blow over. Potoroos are solitary, so youngsters must make way for the next generation. Just before Registrar Ryan leaves, he has one more parting gift.
I've been looking for a home for Big Nige. Big Nige does have a lady waiting for him. Hopefully he'll go on and be part of the breeding programme himself.
Lovely, lovely.
It really is the gift that keeps on giving.
So it's been a busy day. There's been lots of new animals to go and see and check out. Now that we know that the animals are all happy and healthy and doing well in winter, we can sort of put our feet up and enjoy some Christmas cheer.
We can all drink to that.
Tis the season, so that can only mean one thing, the park's annual Sprout Challenge. Each year, the team try and fail to convert the animals into sprout lovers. But today, conservationist Megan Claus is pinning her hopes on Keeper John and his Cooney pig.
Everybody's popping, rolling and a-rocking, a jingle jangle all the way.
It wouldn't be Christmas without sprouts. And what could be more Christmassy than a stocking full of sprouts? One of my favourites. They're a bit of a...
Is it?
Yeah, a bit of a controversial, you know, people were a bit funny with sprouts, but yeah, your face says it all. You know, people are a bit funny about sprouts.
A bit smelly.
Yeah, but I think if you cook them right, my mum does some mean sprouts at Christmas. They're really, really good.
All right, I'll come over to yours to try mum's sprouts then.
With none of John's mum's sprouts to hand, Megan's helping him lay a trail of raw ones. Pigs' noses are around 2,000 times more powerful than ours, so Wilbur should sniff them out in no time.
The sprouts are ready. We just need Wilbur to come out and show us what he's made of. So John's gone to go and get him. I have a feeling that Wilbur is going to like the sprouts. I think a sprout, something a bit smelly, something a bit attractive, might be just up Wilbur's street.
I know. Don't tell him, but there's a sneaky one there. Oh, that's not good. That's not a good start, is it? Try that one.
Don't you say he's not a fan of the sprout.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. You had me worried for a second then. He's such a good boy.
With just one chomp, Megan and Wilbur have become the winners of the annual Christmas Sprout Challenge.
You're showing me your teeth. They're very impressive. You've got very good teeth.
Pigs eat up to 7 pounds of food a day, so Wilbur is not stopping there.
Yay. There we go. Starting to find them.
Yeah.
Yes, good boy.
Kuni Kuni pigs were kept by New Zealand's Maoris with their name meaning fat and round.
So vocal as well, isn't he?
I haven't got it.
What's this?
Sounds like he's loving those sprouts to me.
Well, it's great that he's enjoyed this.
Spot on. I can't see many of them at ground level that he hasn't picked up, so yeah, definitely a big success.
I hope he enjoys the rest of his Christmas, and you too, John, of course.
Thank you very much.
And I'll see you both soon.
Yes, thank you.
Right. Bye, Wilbur. Merry Christmas.
Take a little trip.
As we've seen today, in the run-up to Christmas, there have been lots of babies born all over the park.
But Kate and I are desperate to meet the newest additions.
Just a few days ago, keeper Gemma helped hatch a brood of chickens in an incubator.
They can be really vulnerable in their first hours, but thanks to the team's incredible knowledge and care, they've grown fast. And Keeper James is introducing us to the newest, fluffiest members of the park.
Is there any chance we can get a little closer look at them?
Oh, I can give it a go.
Can you?
Give it a go.
So these are Orpingtons, is that right?
They are Jubilee Orpingtons, to be precise.
So you're a duck man rather than
I'm a
hen
duck
man,
man,
aren't you?
I am.
So Orpingtons, people love buff Orpingtons, don't they? The big ginger. I always think of them as the sort of ginger cat of the hen world. But I have to say, I've never heard of a Jubilee Orpington. Are they very rare?
So they get their name originally. So the Jubilee bit is actually from Queen Victoria. So they were gifted to her, and they originate from Orpington. So that's where their name comes from. But they are a rare breed.
Right.
So obviously we've got tigers and koalas and some amazing wild exotic animals, but it's as much about our rare breeds as it is the exotic.
So what is the future for them, James? Are they going to be living in the park? Are they going to be at the family farm?
Yeah, down at Family Farmyard with all of the other animals. They'll have lots of different species to meet, lots of guests to meet, and more importantly, a lot of love to get given from their keepers.
Oh, well, it is an absolutely fantastic success story. Thank you very much. Here's to you, little ones, and have a very happy, not cheap Christmas.
I see what you did there.
Top to toe in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground.